Hi friends, happy Earth Day. It's Miss Schmidt, Earth Day scientist, here to teach you about Earth Day and how you can be an Earth saver. Okay, so Earth Day is celebrated on April 22nd, and I like to think of it as a birthday for the Earth, the planet that we live on. And the way people celebrate it is that they do things to help keep the Earth clean and healthy. So I have a story that I'm going to share with you. And the character in this story is an earth saver. He does things with other people. They work together to keep the planet clean and healthy. So the character's name is Michael Recycle. In fact, that's the name of the book. And if you look at the cover, he looks like a superhero. So I always think of earth savers as heroes for our planet. The story Michael Recycle is written by Ellie Bethel, and it's illustrated by Alexandra Colombo. There once was a town called Aberdourimy where garbage was left to go rotten and slimy. It never smelled fresh. The air was all hazy, but the people did nothing. They got rather lazy. Looks kind of dirty there. Oh. And then something happened that none could explain. It wasn't a bird and it wasn't a plane. A green-caped crusader soared through the air with a colander hat on top of his hair. A colander is something that you find in your kitchen. So there's his colander hat. Okay, I use my colander when I make spaghetti and I have to drain the water out of it. So it's colander hat. He bounced off the earth with a thump and a bump and then landed head first in the town garbage dump. He brushed off his suit as he jumped to his feet and grinned at the townsfolk who he'd come to meet. I'm Michael Recycle. And I have a plan, but I need your help, every one to a man. The sky and the river are smelly and brown. Soon 50-foot bugs will take over your town. Oh no, that doesn't sound good. You've got to recycle. Ooh, that's an important word. You've got to act soon before all your trash reaches up to the moon. Then crushing a can, he gave them a wink. And vanished from sight before they could blink. Miss Moncoch exclaimed to her friend Mr. Crew, "Did you happen to hear what the boy said to do? Clean up and recycle. How hard can it be? A green and clean town would be lovely to see." So let's see what they do. They recycled their paper, their plastic and cans, and even old junk like used pots and pans. They also began the Be Greener campaign. They grew their own kumquats and saved up the rain. So all those things that they're doing are things that earth savers, heroes for our planet, do. So proud was the town of their green transformation, they threw a great party, a grand celebration. They covered the town in green toilet paper, then rolled it back up to use again later. You may think that's yucky, but these folks don't agree. In Aberdourimy, recycling is key. That's something earth savers do, is recycle. When Michael came back to visit the town, he didn't despair, get angry, or frown, for everything looked clean and brand new. The sky and the river were again a bright blue. Look at our town, it gleams and it glitters. Now nothing's wasted and nobody litters. That's another important thing about Earth Savers. They don't throw trash in the ground. They make sure it gets in the garbage can. They don't litter. To Michael Recycle, the Green Cape Crusader, our super green hero, the planet's new savior. So he saved the day. But Michael Recycle was nowhere around. He already moved on to help the next town. So if you should see a green silhouette streaking the skies, please don't get upset. The noises you hear, that clunk and that thunk, it's just our friend Michael recycling old junk. So now, scientists, I want to talk to you about how you can be an Earth saver and help our planet, just like Michael Recycle. So here's some tips for you, okay? So first, just like we mentioned before, we don't want to litter. We don't want to throw our trash on the ground. We want to make sure our trash gets in trash cans. Really important, okay? The other thing in the story that you heard the word recycle, that's an important thing to do too. Your family might already do that. So when we say recycle, you can take things like old cans, old newspapers, or any kind of paper, cardboard, plastic bottles, glass containers, and you can put them in a recycling container, and a recycling truck can come pick them up and take them, and they take those things and they make new out of it. So when they pick my plastic bottles, for instance, they'll take them to a special place and they'll make new plastic bottles out of them. They can take old glass and make new glass jars. So that really helps the earth if we try to recycle. Okay, the other thing too is we should not try to waste the earth's resources like electricity and water. So if you are not using the lights in a room, make sure you turn them off. Okay, if you are using water, just don't let it run. Just wash your hands or brush your teeth and make sure you turn the water off when you're finished. Okay, so we don't want to waste things of the earth. You can also plant things like flowers and trees because it makes the air cleaner for us to breathe, which is really important, okay, to have a healthy earth. And the last thing I want to talk to you about that you can do as an earth saver, because these are all things that you guys can do yourselves, right? Is you can reuse things. So here's the fun part of what I'm going to teach you today, because you get to try this at home. You can find things that you would normally throw in the trash and think of a way to reuse it. So today I'm going to show you something that I reuse that you can do at home too. Okay, so I know when I am done with my toilet paper, I have this roll here. And so I do put this in recycling because they can recycle it, but even better, I like to reuse it and make something out of it that I can use at home. Okay, so what I did to reuse my toilet paper rolls is I made puppets out of them. I'll show you. And all you need, like we said, is a paper roll, okay? If you have scissors or glue, some scrap paper. In fact, I used, once again, I was reusing things. I had an envelope that I got in the mail, and I'm reusing this to decorate my paper roll with. So glue, crowns or markers. So if you have any of those things, if you don't have scissors or glue, that's okay too, because you can just use markers or crowns to decorate your paper roll. Here's one that I made. Look at that. And see, I can stick my fingers in, and it's a puppet. And it was really pretty simple. I just took a paper roll with my scissors. And I remembered the safety rules with the scissors. I only cut the paper roll or the paper that I'm using to make its face. Okay, I don't cut my hair or my clothes, right? Nope, nope, nope. Don't cut my skin, nope. But I just cut like triangles out of the top, and it made this pointy top looking thing, which I thought was kind of cool looking. Okay, of course you don't have to do it exactly like that. You can cut a different kind of shape. You know, you guys are very creative. It's like being an artist with this and creating how you want it to look. And then on my envelope, I drew a circle and I folded the paper in half. I was art smart and I cut out the circle and I ended up having 2 circles for the eyes. And I drew dots on those circles to make them the eyeballs, and then I would just take my glue and I glued it down. I did the same thing. I cut out a rectangle for this one for its mouth. And then I took my black crown and I drew in the middle so he had like zigzaggy teeth. Okay, but remember, that's just one way that you can do it. You guys get to use your imagination when you decorate your paper roll. Okay, here's one where I just used my crowns to decorate because I didn't have my scissors available, or I didn't have any glue I could find. So look, here's one that I made using my markers, or my crown, sorry. Look at that crazy face that I made. I even gave him some green hair. You can get even fancier than that. I'll show you one more that I made to give you some ideas when you go to make yours, okay? So here's a paper roll. I colored it with marker, and then I found I had a yellow envelope and I cut out the mouth, and I used my white envelope for the eyes and teeth, and I used a white envelope for the tongue. I had to color it red. And then look, the hair is newspaper. How crazy is that? He was a lot of fun to make. Now this one took me some time to do. So I want you, Earth Day scientists, okay, to celebrate Earth Day by finding something like a paper roll in your house that you can make something out of instead of throwing it in the trash, okay? So happy Earth Day, and go Earth Savers. Until next time, see you later. Bye.